I'm the sexy creative, and this is Cleats and Cleavage, where I make football sexy, one play at a time.
We talk plays, we talk stats, but this right here ain't that. It's headlines, side eyes, group chat facts. Cleats and Cleavage, bring the flair and the feud. Call it sports, call it tea, call it the move. From the field to the feed, everybody got receipts. And I'm here for the drama, baby. Let's eat.
Y'all, Week 11 was a mixtape full of unreleased drama. There was a lot packed into Week 11. There were fragile egos, rookie meltdowns, young kings rewriting the script, dynasties cracking, Cowboys turning Vegas into their own storyline, and yes, even grown men lying on camera about spitting. Let's get into it. Aaron Rodgers arrived as Pittsburgh's savior, and now he's looking like he's auditioning for a role on General Hospital. Wait for it. He breaks his non-throwing wrist. But that's not the drama. The drama is the moment Rodgers exited, Mason Rudolph stepped in like, don't worry, baby, I'll handle it. And handle it he did. 12 out of 16, 127 yards, a touchdown, and the Steelers win 34-12 without Aaron in the driver's seat. Now Rodgers is arguing with doctors because he knows if Rudolph keeps winning, the whispers start. And those whispers sound like, does Rodgers even deserve his job back? This isn't pain. This isn't pride. This is ego. And Rodgers knows the backup looks a little too comfortable in his seat. And that's how it always begins. Cleveland throws Shedeur into the fire after Dylan Gabriel's concussion, but they gave him no preparation.
And now coming out onto the field for the first time, it is Shedeur Sanders.
He had 4 completions, 16 attempts, 47 yards, and 1 interception. This did not look like the Shedeur we saw in Colorado or at Jackson State. And then the offensive line admits they've only heard his cadence 2 or 3 times all season. Excuse me? 2 or 3 times?
Hold on, let me put my glasses on because I got to see if I'm reading this correctly. Kevin Stefanski confirmed that the second half of today's game with Shedeur Sanders was the first snaps he's had with the starting offense since he was drafted. My sentiments exactly, Mike. Since he was drafted? Drafted?
Is this rookie failure or is it organizational malpractice? Or is this normal for a 5th round draft pick? Because some are saying we're only making a big deal because he's Deion's son.
But can you take some of the emotions of Shedeur going into the game and just as you're watching it as a dad?
I was in the office alone. I told them this past week that he was going to play.
Regardless, if Gabriel doesn't clear protocol, Shedeur gets his first real work of reps. Week 12 becomes redemption or exposure of Cleveland's coaching staff.
We've got some breaking news where Shedeur Sanders is expected to make his first career start on Sunday in Vegas, barring anything unexpected, and that's according to Cleveland.com.
It's truly any given Sunday because anything can happen in football, and we will be watching. Kansas City fans, brace yourself. Bo Nix didn't just beat the Chiefs. He rolled into the AFC West like he owned it.
Chiefs have owned this division. They've won it 9 years in a row, and yet you guys never seem to be intimidated. Or what was your attitude about the Chiefs when you first joined this team?
They were, at the top, and if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best.
Oh, what does that look like? Game-winning drive, 3 sacks on Mahomes, 5 fourth-quarter comebacks, and a 2-game division lead.
As it stands right now, on the other side of that football game, Bo Nix outperformed Patrick Mahomes. So I'm going to need the Bo Nix haters to step up. Come on over. Let's have a chit chat. I just want to hear what you think.
The Chiefs' 9-year division reign? Baby, that thing is looking like it's gone. Bo Nix rearranged the furniture of the AFC West, and he snatched the remote too.
Yeah, I've been chilled out, man, I've been in my bag, I've been showing my ass, nigga, yeah.
All I gotta say is somebody need to go check on Mahomes because he has never not made the playoffs in the NFL.
Obviously, it's going to be tough to get back in the division race, but at the end of the day, all the goal is to get into the playoffs and try to make a run at it.
But here they are, 5-5, looking mortal, looking real stressed, and looking like a dynasty that might be reaching their expiration date. These next games will definitely show us what the Chiefs are made of. While everyone else spiraled into chaos, Caleb Williams simply did his job and didn't turn the ball over.
Run to me, confess your love, at least just say, confess your love, and say, confess your love, confess your love.
He was out there throwing the ball with surgical precision. The Bears beat the Vikings 19-17, and Chicago is now 7-3. You know, I like how Caleb plays the game. He's not loud, he's not messy, he's effective. And that is what makes him dangerous on the field. The Cowboys beat the Raiders 33-16 in their first game without Marshawn Kneyland. The tribute was emotional. The shirts, the huddle, the energy. They played for him, and they played hard. But baby, let me get into the drama of the game. So the game starts, and everyone's looking for CD and George, but they're nowhere on the field. Well, that's because CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens were benched for the opening drive.
Again, it's tough, you know. Made a coach's decision. There were some things that were missed.
Now, they keep saying coach's decision, but sounds more like a Vegas decision to me. Rumors flew. Late curfew, casino turn up.
So allegedly, CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens was spotted outside of Red Rock Casino. CeeDee Lamb was seen throwing up at 7:30 a.m. that Monday morning.
And honestly, it's Vegas. This is not shocking. I mean, the coach also wasn't stupid. He didn't take them out for the whole quarter. He took them out for the opening drive. Because once the benches were lifted...
By Jason Jones on that last effort by Pickens. Here's Lamb wide open, backs in for the touchdown.
Pickens went off. 9 catches, 144 yards, and a touchdown. Lamb, 5 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown. They play their asses off, and I love it for them. But let's be real. I know they beat the Raiders, not the Eagles, but a win is a win. And playing in memory of their late teammate makes this win a big deal. The Dolphins took their show to Madrid. In overtime, they beat the Commanders 16-13. The Dolphins don't just play overseas. Child, they perform. Hell, they might need to keep their show on the road because they are the Beyoncé of international football. And their overseas fans, they are drunk in love.
Why are you a Miami Dolphins fan?
Because I think it's the most beautiful jersey in all NFL.
Because I like a lot Tyreek Hill.
Because I watch Ace Ventura and I love Dan Marino.
You guys are from Germany. Why are you Miami Dolphins fans?
In the middle of the 90s, I was interested in football and Miami Dolphins was just a team, Dan Marino and everything.
Because I've always been a Gloria Estefan fan, and when I had to choose one team in the NFL, I said, okay, let's go for Miami. So, fins up.
It started when I was dating a girl from my country, but she studied in Miami. And so my first time in the States was in Miami.
Jalen Ramsey punches Jamar Chase. Jalen gets kicked out of the game. Then Ramsey says Chase spit on him.
He spit on me, so it's up.
Chase denies everything.
He was saying that you spit on him. Did you spit on him?
I ain't never opened my mouth to that guy.
So who do you believe? Well, it ain't Jamar. I mean, he denied. He gave absolute, I did not do this.
So what do you think prompted the reaction from him?
Well, he don't like some of the words I told him. We've been going back and forth the whole time, so I'm sure some got under his skin.
But sir, we have HD, we have Skycams, we have Zoom, and we all saw you. And you spit on Jalen. It was big spit, a lot of spit.
No, you won't let go.
And here's the thing, spitting is one of the most disrespectful things you can do to somebody. And you spit on the wrong person, and it will not end on the field.
I have no message if someone spits in your face. Do what comes natural.
They'll be meeting you after the game. The NFL did something about it, but did they get it right? So Jamar Chase was suspended 1 game without pay. They did the same thing to a player earlier this season who did the same thing. A 1-game suspension, though. Is that really enough? It didn't stop Chase from spitting, and the next time, it might not end on the field. So the punishment has to be something that makes the next player think twice before they spit. But at the end of the day, the moral of the story is keep your hands and your spit to yourself. Because in my opinion, a spit is a hit. And I mean, we learned that in kindergarten. Oh, did I mention that Jamar is appealing the suspension? Even though everyone's... Never mind. Week 11 was the best reality show on TV. We had fragile legends, unprepared rookies, a Vegas turn-up, and young kings stepping up. There were dynasties wobbling, overtime drama, spit and suspensions were flying. This wasn't football. This was primetime television. And week 12, oh, it's already standing outside the stadium tapping his foot like, y'all ready for me or not? Next week, we'll have quarterbacks on the edge, teams in denial, and storylines ready to explode the minute the kickoff drops. Stay tuned for my Week 12 kickoff quickie and recap, because Week 12 isn't coming to play, it's coming to collect. That was your dose of Cleats and Cleavage. You know the game might get messy, but I'll always keep it sexy. Until the next snap, it's Cleats, Cleavage, and common sense. Ta-ta.
We talk plays, we talk stats, but this right here ain't that. It's headlines, side eyes, group chat facts. Cleats and Cleavage, bring the flair and the feud. Call it sports, call it tea, call it the move. From the field to the feed, everybody got receipts. And I'm here for the drama, baby. Let's eat.